Dr. Ulrich Riedel reduces risk in large complex projects. He advises senior managers of industrial companies with projects or strategies which are ready for implementation. He identifies which one or two aspects in the project will significantly reduce implementation risk. And he develops a foolproof execution plan for those aspects, in detail highly pragmatic. All to help the senior manager to be less stressed and more successful.
We all know how difficult implementation is. We all have our personal projects, we all have our business projects, which we led and we failed, kind of. I don't have to go to Berlin and its airport. Projects are always difficult to deliver. To identify the risks is key. And they are the obvious risks, you have to know them. They are the hidden risks, you have to know them. If you don't know them, you can't prepare for them. If you don't prepare for them, they will hit you.
What have customers achieved who've brought in an expert in risk reduction? So what do you have in your hand at the end of the day? Concrete results? I
would say in 2/3 of the examples, in the cases, there's something concrete. I mean, an acquisition which happened, or 150 million within a few months, which happened. They will probably happen again next year, but they are already there. Very often it is a reduced risk also means something does not happen. Now that is not less in your hand physically because you can't see it. But what you see is that every time you go to your bosses, to the executive board to show how that project is going in implementation, your traffic lights are green or maybe they are yellow, but you are the one without the reds. And you ask yourself, why is that? It is because you took out the reds at an early phase. And that's a huge difference for a manager who want to get promoted, who want to be proud of what he or she is doing. I started as a consultant at McKinsey, project lead, and then I went into industry, I'm an engineer. So for 15 years in senior management position, I did a lot of stuff. What I realized over time is that I'm really good at one thing, and it is to look at something which is already quite finished. A project, a strategy, a change initiative, change situation. And I deeply look at it. I talk to many, many people and I analyze what is there in terms of information. I participate in all meetings with people involved. And then I spot one or two things, only one or two things, but they make all the difference in terms of implementation. I link the strategy to implementation, I reduce the risk of that implementation. Not by doing a lot of things, by focusing on what really truly matters. I call it actually gold veins because it's small in volume, but it's huge in impact. So I thought, how can I use best what I love and what I'm really good at? And the only way is to do it on your own, so to say, to become a kind of advisor again. And that was my journey, a 20-year journey, which brought me to the point of offering it one after the other to clients in industry.